Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Podcast of Stuff, episode 352. So, last two episodes, I didn't say the number right. I was wrong.
Hey, Mike, hashtag I feel you, brother. Revisit it. There was a period where I'm like, I'm not even saying the number till I get it right in the description.
See, the problem is that I have VODs, and then as I'm uploading stuff and pushing stuff, I should see the number all the time. Being better about VOD uploads and stuff, and actually, like, trying to have recordings and just right after whatever stream it is, just upload to YouTube. That way it's there. No bumper.
Yeah, it used to be...
all that
it used
stuff.
to be a lot different, especially when people couldn't upload for 24 hours. So that feeling of, hey, I gotta wait a day, and then a day becomes 3 days, and then 5 days.
I'll get to it. I'll get to it.
Yeah. As
5 months go by.
To the second I end, I can already begin the process of getting this upload.
Hashtag should begin.
But no, I've actually started doing that for the last like 2 or 3 weeks now. I've been
no, it's been great.
After, well, that's queued up from before the uploads that I've been doing as of recently. But each stream, I have been right after just uploading the VOD.
How long did it take? Like 5 minutes?
I think more than that, but it's it's like an hour or so, and it's like if I'm doing it late at night, I just leave the computer on, and before I go into work, it uploaded. Put it to sleep, like.
I meant the chopping the bumpers away. And all that.
OBS can do that for you. You can say start the recording here, and then you can pause the recording at any point and restart it at any point.
Okay.
So, like just now, when I faded to black before the intro, that's when I started the recording.
There we go.
So,
gotcha.
Makes things a little easy. But yeah, once the VODs for the podcast that I messed up, the titles will be very evident. I'll just say that.
We're back.
Yeah.
Yes, that's it. It starts mid-sentence.
No. It's the title. I have like the number I said striked through, and then the actual number next to it. Yeah. But yep. Did not have we were supposed to have a podcast last week, but had some family circumstances, I'll say that, but those circumstances have resolved and are good now, so we are good there. But I don't even honestly remembered if anything of note happened the week prior, because you can only get like 4 days back on any timeline right now on IGN, just because, hey, a lot of shit got announced over the last 4 days. We'll get to that. Beforehand, of course, your weekly reminder, Black Lives Matter, Salvation Day, get your vaccines
sometimes reminder.
Shut up. Get your vaccines and boosters. Wear your mask in your places when you are sick. Support Ukraine. Support
your reminder.
The maybe we might do it reminder.
Support LGBTQ rights. Happy Pride. Support body autonomy, pay your employees what they're worth, fuck generative AI, fuck bullies, fuck genocide, and be good to one another. A very happy Pride. All right.
The probability
shockingly
reminder.
It's shockingly smooth Pride Month so far.
Well, it's because there are other things that are happening that are taking up all the protesting time.
What? BG,
that's
are you
very
kidding?
fair.
California is burning down.
That's not about Pride.
It's not going well.
Yeah, that has nothing to do with Pride. No,
doesn't matter. It's still happening during the month.
No, it's happening during a month. It'd be like me saying this is a smooth Black History Month, and you're like,
I was about to say.
But the meteor's coming to kill us all. Yeah, no.
I said what I said.
The specifics of the month and the tumultuous time for the people that month is dedicated to, shockingly smooth.
Sure.
One of Elon's rockets blew. One of Elon's rockets blew up this February. That's a racist rocket on Black History Month? Really?
Of all months. Yeah, now the tanks rolling through Cali. That's a whole different issue.
Mm-hmm.
Is it? I feel like it's just all the issue.
It's not due to they're not rolling up due to Pride Month.
Yeah, it's not. It is very much to do with ice. But you haven't been paying attention. Many a city, but most notably LA right now have been a lot of communities have been banding together and forcing ice patrols out of their neighborhoods. Obviously, with that will come violence. There have been protests, which have turned into rioting in LA right now, to the point that, you know, when you probably should try and like de-escalate, try to calm people down, go through proper procedure in order to, you know, say, I don't know, bring the National Guard in or something, you'd probably want to inform the governor of the state you're doing that in before you do that. Trump did none of that. He just sent the National Guard. Did not inform the governor.
It's almost like he's the president or something, right? That's totally within his actionable authority. It's clearly just something that you should be able. It's the president. He's essentially a king. There's no problem with this. He can do what he wants when he wants. I don't understand why you don't understand that, Mike. I feel like you need to get with the program. This is America. The president is king.
That man got the egg prices down.
600,000%. 600,000% or some bullshit. I think Carolyn Levitt said.
The eggs are now 400.
They're paying you to take the eggs.
Like, you can't. Can we? He is not mentally there. This is just factual at this point.
Y'all was talking about me, but I lowered the egg costs. Everybody's eating eggs for breakfast. Everybody's eating eggs.
Did y'all see the gift he got given by the German chancellor?
No.
So he got given the birth certificate of his grandfather from Germany to remind Trump that he, as well, is the product of an immigrant. It's framed in gold and everything, just how he liked it. And motherfucker was speechless.
What can you say?
Actually was speechless.
There's nothing to be said.
I genuinely mean this. Look at the clip. Because usually when any leader comes to the White House, he is always chest pushed out and he's always got something to say, always got a comment. This guy gives him this, and he's just looking at it, and then he just kind of like looks down, looks at it, looks down, like, yeah, it's, I mean, thank you for this. It's like no witty comment, no nothing, no smart ass comeback, just like, oh shit,
It's no private jet.
That he actually didn't really mean, yeah.
He almost failed getting into Air Force One today.
Oh,
it's
really?
All bad for this month. Him and Elon broke up. What a crazy time.
That was a fun day on Twitter.
Crazy.
It still is a fun time, bro. Like, that shit is wild.
And it's like, it's very funny to me, where it's just like, you know, when Elon was Trump's boy, everyone's singing the praise. I love Tesla, you know, all that stuff, what have you. I'm
gonna get 3 cyber trucks just for Elon.
Yeah, the moment there is a disagreement, immediate shit flinging, where it's just like, your boys aren't even your boys.
They're your boys as long as they can use you, and once the token is spent, it's over.
Mm-hmm.
I truly wonder, eventually, after Trump's 8th term or whatever, when he's out of office,
don't speak that into existence.
He
Robo Trump.
He wouldn't even survive a 4th term, let alone 8th.
Don't speak that. Don't speak that into existence, homie.
Generative AI President Trump.
I'm announcing a 70% tariff.
Don't do
but
that.
like even once he's completely out of office and that he can no longer amass power and do anything, how are these people gonna feel about him? Because there were a lot of people turning on him when it looked like when he got convicted of all those crimes, looked like he was going away, and people were like, Trump's kind of out of his mind. Trump's kind of a piece of. And then once it looked like he could win, all of a sudden they come flooding back and stuff. But once he's completely out of power, what?
Reagan. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what happens, how he leaves office. He will always have a fan base that will champion everything he's done, and that his way is the gold standard.
The only thing I can say about that is I don't know how things were in terms of the general consensus on Reagan. Let's say
it's the same thing. It was a cult.
No.
It was a cult.
6 years after his thing. Like, it as history of the boomers that were there already. And that's another part of it. It was a lot of people that were voting when they were mid-20s, early 30s. 50 years down the line going, Reagan's era was the best. But there's people now that voted for Trump that are like, this era sucks. Now you're absolutely going to get those bootlickers out the wazoo. They'll always be there. There'll always be somebody to lick Trump's nuts 10 years, 20 years, 30 years down the line.
Especially Robo-Trump.
Especially Robo-Trump.
Specifically Robo-Trump.
It'll be in the winter and their tongue will freeze to those nuts. But as far as general consensus, it's, you have the Reaganomics and all this stuff and all this information and it was all great in this. But everything Trump's doing is already affecting people. I don't know who, as far as the general populace, how they'll look to it in 10 years and go, that was a fantastic error.
Mm-hmm. It's going to be the same thing. It'll be the same thing. Like I just said, there will be people that say it, and there will be people that use him as, what's what I'm looking for here? An example. No, like if we had listened to Trump more during this period, if we had kept his policy, when we changed his policy, it all got bad. Like that's the kind of stuff that'll happen.
See, I don't know about that because I feel like most of the people that are saying that are already in the older echelon of the populace.
You're not wrong, but they're there and they'll continue to be there.
That's my point. I don't know how long they'll continue to be there 10 years from now.
I mean, it also depends on the generational shift, right? So we know that the boomer generation is overwhelmingly leaning to the right.
Yeah. So
they're starting to phase out.
But they don't have, let's say, 2-3 more elections in them.
They've got maybe one more, maybe 1-2 at best before the shit that's currently affecting them right now makes them inoperable as a voting force. And then it comes towards Gen X, Gen Y, aka Millennial, then Gen Z, and Gen Alpha, who will be starting to vote at that time.
Mm-hmm.
So you look at Gen X, it's split almost 50-50 Republican, call it liberal, Democrat, whatever. And then you get Millennial, which is like the 75-25 split for the most part. There's the very loud and proud conservative millennials because they were brainwashed. But then you get Gen Z and Gen A, who are never going to vote Republican their entire lives because of how things have been.
I disagree with that.
I disagree.
No, you know what? I don't know if I disagree with that. I think they're very happy with what Trump is, the energy Trump's putting out, and that you can say anything, you can do anything. We're about young men. But once we get to 2032, is that gonna be? Is a Republican going to be able to have that same energy and bring that same type of thought to those people?
No,
I
don't foresee that coming. I think
a lot of why I would I disagree with that is that the amount of personalities out there now, I'd say there was nowhere near as many Asmongold's, Joe Rogan's, et cetera,
Aiden
those type of
Ross's,
voices, Aiden Ross's, those
Andrew
type of
Tate.
voices in our generation than there is now. And a lot of these younger
don't know.
generations are watching, they're listening, and they are
Why
having
are they
their
watching?
opinions
Why are they
colored.
listening? What's going on with the current world? You got to
I
look
can't
to
even
that.
say that.
That's part of the situation as it is right now. Is they feel like they're under attack because that's how the political environment has been making it feel. Now,
Even though it's
when
not true.
exactly, but because there's this dynamic split in discourse where we have each side and they're very loud, very ignorant bases that are screaming out to the fucking moon for stupid ass bullshit and making it hard for anybody to agree. There are those in the middle who are biding their time. And when the shoe finally falls here with the current regime as it was, there's nobody right now that I know of in either political sphere that can generate the energy and the voter base euphoria that Donald Trump has brought up.
Agree.
I don't. So
It's
once
goofy.
once he's gone, unless we get some big personality that spawns in like Trump did, there is no candidate currently existing in politics that can generate that kind of political euphoria.
I
So
disagree.
it's going-
I think AOC could.
Nope.
I think
Can't.
AOC could.
I don't think so. And here's why. She exists right now
Barry
and doesn't
Trump
have
could
it.
not do it. Absolutely not. He does not have the juice. There is nobody that has the juice right now. And
No.
I'll say this. Ron DeSantis tried to be a mini Trump. He tried to bring that same type of energy and was an abject failure.
Correct.
I don't know what it is about Trump. You know what? There was a poll quite recently that or maybe it was even just an anecdote about why did people vote for Trump? And a lot of younger people said it's the funny. They find Trump to be a funny dude.
One of them might be closer than you think.
It's the even if Trump himself is not funny, the goofy and dumb he says they find entertaining. That's what it was. Trump is entertaining.
Yes.
There is no Republican that is entertaining. There is no Democrat that is entertaining.
Nope.
Trump
Does not exist.
Does not exist. So at some point, it's gonna be more about the performance you can give on stage with a debate and politics and that type of thing, as opposed to the raw, Sleepy Joe and moms are in their britches over it.
Mm-hmm. It's a wait and see. That's the worst part. Because if nobody can come up and generate that kind of energy, I'm sorry, but we're gonna enter a political time of call it not like neutrality on the left. It's just gonna be a whole people. Okay, we're gonna vote everyone who's Democrat, and we're just gonna pass a whole bunch of legislation, but it won't be as effective as we'd like.
Mm-hmm.
It won't be. Unless that there's somebody who comes in and they are legitimately about the life and are a bigger than life personality to generate full and focused participation and following. We're in for a couple more terms of just Joe Biden. Nothing burgers. And that's a problem. Because it's the nothing burgers.
I disagree.
It's the nothing burgers that lead to people like Trump being capable of even attaining office.
But that's part of what I'm saying. Even if you present a nothing burger of a Democrat, as long as a Republican does not have a Donald Trump, there is just as good a chance to win as if you brought a rah-rah Democrat. Because the reason Trump won is because you presented him with a nothing burger, and it's like, well, look at this charismatic Adonis.
Your words, not mine.
I like how we have political euphoria over here, and then we have rah-rah over here.
I mean, the issue is Democrats have problems rallying people because the things they're speaking about are not the things their voter base wants.
So actually, what I'll say here is, who's been watching the New York mayoral race? Anybody?
Not me.
You're making a mistake. Look up
I know
the last debate.
the AOC.
Nope, fuck that. I'm not even talking about that.
Nomination or whatever that's all I know about it.
There is a Muslim candidate whose name I cannot pronounce, so I'm not going to say it.
Mm-hmm.
And he might be the next person who has the personality to do exactly what I just said.
That's the person AOC did the I want them thing.
Yeah. I actually ask you to watch the clip of him debating and destroying Andrew Cuomo. I mean, not in like the way you're probably even expecting. He fucking butchered Andrew Cuomo, which made me laugh for two reasons. One, Cuomo's a party politic bullshit nonsense guy. No different, no better than what's what I'm looking for here. Like Clinton. He's just as bad. But this dude came in and just like, no. Because they ask this Muslim guy the nonsense question of, so if you have the chance to go to Israel, are you going to go? And they ask it to every candidate, and they get to him. He goes, I'm going to be in New York, working for New Yorkers of every creed and background to make their lives better. I don't need to go abroad to make their lives better. I'm going to do my job here. So you're not going to go to Israel? Is that what you're saying? No, I'm saying I'm going to do my job. Thank you. And just the amount of people just going like, that's exactly what we want to hear. We don't want you going abroad. We want you focusing on New York's problems. And they're just like, oh no. Oh, the Democrats are shifting. And I'm just sitting here, I'm like, it's almost like this has been the thing for a long time.
This is the last thing I'll say about this. I disagree heavily because Donald Trump said they're eating the dogs and he won.
They were though.
The debate thing, crazy. Like you could destroy a mother in a debate and let them destroy themselves. And sometimes a muff is just like, yeah, but he said no Mexicans, so he
personality.
Wins.
It's all personality. So I mean, I like the guy's personality. I think he's got it. I think he's got a good personality. So if he can keep the energy up he's got going, he might be a big force in politics to come. I would like to see it because I liked when I watched the clips, when I watched the debate, I was like, imagine that. Like somebody who's actually taking a real stance on things and doubling down on, I'm here for the people I'm serving and no one else. I liked it. And I think New York needs that right now because we've had nothing burger politic nonsense for so long. And we've had reactionary Democrat fucking leadership that has hurt more than it's helped. So it's about time for things to get more stable. And that's what I'm looking forward to. And if this guy can bring that personality in, I'd be happy.
Okay. All right. Before we get to the meat and bones, also, I was the checkmate. That's my old roommate. This is the first stream that he's ever chatted on. So hi, Brian. But
hello, friend.
We have actually, yeah, you guys have met him before. A couple of smaller things before we get to the big expo things. One, there was a new trailer for Fantastic Four, which they showed off one of the gods of Marvel for the first time. He's a little baby, but when you add Franklin Richards into the mix, shit can kind of go a little crazy. So we have that. Movie's coming out. It's only a couple weeks now, right? It's like mid-July?
Mid-July, because Soups comes out first.
Mm-hmm.
Early screenings are saying like a 7.
Which is fine.
Oh
But
shit! Really?
it seems like it should have been higher.
Yeah, maybe it's just not the feel of a Marvel movie they want. But then, what would those same people think about Thunderbolts? Would they
True.
rate that a 7?
It's considered a flop, so we see what people think about
And
it.
it's a good movie. That's the craziest.
No, it's
part.
not. It's not. It's a shit movie. Come on now, garbage. Not worth watching.
Right.
Woke.
Hey, definitely hashtag woke.
What the fuck is the feel of a Marvel movie? Unsure. Also, when do you hear the popping meme? Because I don't know. I don't necessarily hear it, but it might just not be coming through my headphones or something. I don't know. Or it could be me.
Yeah.
Or it could just be meme.
Truth. We had when Ralph is talking. Okay, I'll try it whenever Ralph's talking. I'll try and see if I notice
When
it.
Ralph is talking, popping. I don't hear popping. Hello. Ralph is talking.
Poppy's
Ralph is talking a little bit
playtime.
more.
Oh,
Ew.
it's
Do you hear yourself in your headphones when you talk?
Yeah,
Are you one of them?
Yeah, I do
no,
too.
but I can be.
Oh, dude, I had to when I was commentating for a tournament one time. It is jarring.
As long as there's no latency, I'm fine.
There was no latency, and still I was just like, "Oh, I do not like this."
That's fair. That's fair.
Okay. We had finally we had the reveal of Tony Chopper for live action One Piece. I think he looks great.
Perfectly fine for a TV series.
They got
Perfectly fine, he says.
They got
Perfectly fine.
They got everything in terms of just, they literally give you just about everything of his little quirks in a little 1 minute, 45 second, 1 minute clip of him hiding bad, him insulting you for it, complimenting him, and what have you. Again, meme. That's why he added the television show. You're not gonna have unlimited budget here for a 3D animation.
Plus, the ease of implementing him consistently, so
Correct.
you have to maybe make some concessions with the design to make it easier to implement.
Yeah, it's unreasonable to expect them to shell out $35 million per episode of Chopper.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's just not feasible.
And it's just like, too, we don't even like we see him obviously in this form, but then we have to see how this like transitions as he like transitions to all the different forms and stuff that he has. So this is only, it's the main side, but it's only one side of Chopper that we'll probably end up seeing in this show. And the voice sounds great. So overall, I am very happy. Then
I know that voice actress. I just can't remember where she's from.
Has been in a bunch of I think James Gunn stuff.
She was announced.
Yeah, she was in.
Look up who she was.
Was she Ratcatcher?
She was one of the Rocket's friends in Guardians 3.
That's what it was. Yeah, I think she was the bunny or whatever.
Mhm.
Okay, yeah, that's what I know.
The ferret.
Yeah, she might have been her.
Either the ferret or the bunny. It's only two female voices of those two.
I only remember the ferret.
But now, last couple of things. We have a bunch of Nintendo stuff. One, this is real shitty. And I feel like this is just like becoming a norm in video game voice acting, where Samantha Kelly, who you wouldn't really know from, she's not exactly like a popular voice actress, but you have heard her voice for the last 20 years because she has been voicing Princess Peach and Toad in every single Mario game for the last 2 decades, roughly. She just found out that she was replaced this past Thursday when the credits of Mario Kart World rolled and she's not there. The same point as everyone else. So, really shitty. She's throwing no shade at the person who replaced her and what have you. And I don't think it's like, the voice actor or voice actress, they're just doing a job.
Yeah.
Nintendo, however,
they got it and they did the voices.
They never told her. And
Crazy.
I can definitely see it where it's just like they call you, you come in, you record, what have you, and at times too for a lot of these games, like they're reusing voice assets, so she doesn't have to record all that often. So they never called her in, and you know, a lot of these voice actors probably don't even play games either. They just do a voice. So she wasn't like looking
they
at
just
trailers.
hop into the booth and just go wahoo and wee and yay and
Peachy's got it.
Laugh, and then they're out.
But yeah, game came out. She's not in the credits. She comes out saying she got replaced, and I know a lot of like recently too, a lot of the Persona 4 actors basically were like, "Hey, I'm not reprising my role. I'm not reprising my role. I'm not reprising my role."
Before the game was announced.
Mm-hmm.
Yuri was just like, I ain't in the game. And it was like, there's a game?
that was the thing.
I saw somebody call him one of the biggest trolls in voice acting. And I'm just like, I like that for him. I respect that.
But at least with the Persona people, they knew they weren't back.
Yeah,
so they knew the game was
beforehand.
coming out. Yeah, they knew the game was coming out. They knew they had been recast, and they're just like, hey, I'm not going to reprise my role in the remake. As opposed to finding out the day of.
Mm-hmm. And like they seemingly also gave like that grace to Charles in terms of yeah, we're recasting you as, you know, all the plumbers. But hopefully Nintendo receives enough flack that they don't do this in the future. Probably not, but
they won't care.
You can hope. On that note, Nintendo Switch 2 came out. Mario Kart, the game itself, very fun. I don't know if I'm ever going to get used to the new voice for the plumbers. Every single game that I have played, I'll hear a wahoo or what have you. I'm like, I don't like it.
Doesn't feel the same.
Off.
I don't like it. The worst for me is Wario. Like at times he gets like how Charles did Luigi, like just right, and Waluigi. Mario's a little iffy. But Wario, he doesn't have enough gusto, like enough bass in his voice that Charles can get to, where it's just like, wahoo, I'm gonna win. Like, it's basically me doing the voice, and I'm like, I don't like this. I'd hate me.
Stake on it.
I'd hate me voicing this.
Sleazy dude.
Yeah, like playing as Luigi, playing as Wario, every time like I do like a jump or like whenever I finish a race and they like say a line, I'm like, I don't like it. Went through, like I did, played a bunch of the different games that got like dedicated Nintendo Switch editions. The up frame rate in terms of Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, it looks great. Look, it feels weird, but it's just because it's more frames. Games look good. The biggest surprise, which a bunch of people have made articles on as well, is a game that didn't get like a Nintendo Switch 2 edition, but arguably has the best visual enhancement and performance enhancement out of any game, and that is Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Holy fuck, do those games actually work now? Which, they should have worked in the first place, let's be real here. But the fact that they are playable games now...
That's not a good thing.
Uncanny.
That is not a good thing.
It's uncanny. I was even
the costumes low instantly.
Yeah.
Which I saw. I was just like, what? That's crazy. And then I was start thinking, I'm like, oh yeah, there is that loading period. And that is kind of stupid.
Mm-hmm. Just, I have not attempted. There is a bug with Smash right now too, which is very funny. For whatever reason, if you are on Nintendo Switch 2 and you pick one of the three Miis, Brawler, Sword Fighter, or Gunner, and you go in Elite Smash and you match against someone with a Switch 1 who is also playing one of the Miis, your games crash.
Fuck it.
Why? No idea.
Oddly specific.
Yeah. But if you don't play the Miis, you're fine.
They should patch that and go ahead and take Steve out the game real quick.
Maybe some balances here and there. But for now, like, I've enjoying the crap out of Mario Kart. I'm gonna probably do one more stream of it. Just do like there's like one mode I need to like go through all the different cups for, and then just do a little free roaming stuff, and then basically wait until I have people I can play with in order to actually do another stream of it. But the other thing that I thought was like kind of noteworthy was the Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome Tour, the freeware that is not freeware that should have been freeware, that is $10. You need $90 worth of peripherals and a 4K HDR enabled TV in order to 100% complete the game.
Dude, what is
That's not too bad.
this company, man?
Says Nintendo executive.
Are you telling me you don't have a TV that can do 4K and HDR? I feel like everybody should by now.
If you
That's
don't,
the
we do
norm.
have the Switch 1 for you.
This game can't be played on it.
But yeah, that is wild. That you, in order to even complete this game that should have been shovelware, you need to spend upwards of like $300 in addition to the $10 that you have to pay to play the game.
Plus
Absolutely
whatever
insane.
TV cost is gonna be.
That's what I meant. Sorry,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
not including the
210.
console. Sorry, you know, another
Yeah.
$400 there.
Collectively, you're spending like $800.
But yeah, now we get to the meat and bones. So I didn't even like, it didn't even dawn on me until like today that I was just like, oh, this weekend replaced E3. Like we've gone so long without it to where the only time I expect good announcements are like state of plays or like dedicated little vignettes, which those happen.
Showcases.
That like anything not those, I'm like, it's gonna be shit. It was just, that was just my thought process, and then I was just like, oh wait, yeah, this is like E3 time. This is just E3 now. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
But going in chronological order, on Wednesday, Sony had their state of play with all different Sony announcements. Just kind of going through these lists that I have here. We have Baby Steps, which is the that might be good for a stream.
Yeah, it's goofy enough.
Yeah, just the walking simulator. We have to be very, very, very careful with your walking in order to get to that porta potty.
It's like open world QWOP.
Yeah, it's the best way to put it. Introducing our new Nintendo TV, $8,000.
Ooh, you so right.
Oh
That
yeah,
is
don't
next
forget
on the
the
list.
Nintendo alarm and the music app or whatever.
True. We have Bloodstain, the Scarlet Engagement. Bloodstain kind of just replacing Castlevania at this point. New thing in that series. Cairn, Cairn, it's like ice climbing, rock climbing, kind of simulation game, survival game. New trailer for Digimon Story Time Stranger. Those games are a guilty pleasure. Give me more. It looks good.
I'm guilty about it. Them games good.
Everybody's Golf Hot Shots.
Give it.
They make very good. They make very good golf games.
Give it. Wasn't a fan of what was it? Everybody's Golf 5 or whichever one it was, the last one. Wasn't a fan of that one. But this one looks good.
What was the I think it was PS3. It was like one of the hot shot golfs that had like the old granny who was like the best golfer in the game. The biker granny. I'm forgetting.
I think that was 4 out of bounds.
Sounds right. It's like 3 or 4. We have a remake of Final Fantasy Tech.
Sorry. I'm shocked they don't have a Everybody's Golf that's kind of like Wii Sports, where they incorporate the tennis and the bow and Everybody's Bowling and Everybody's Golf type thing.
Did they do that when they had the the vibrator wants.
Yeah, I think they did.
The what now?
Whatever those things were called.
PlayStation Move.
Thank you. They looked like something else. That's all I'm gonna say.
They look like vibrators, 100%. There's no
Okay.
Yeah, there's no okay here. This is what they look like.
They had a design. They were just like, I guess there's no other way that this can be taken.
Yeah, some dude was late for work, like, oh, I gotta design this. Just ran around through his apartment like, my wife's.
There's a lot wrong with me, meme. We have Final Fantasy Tactics.
Heavy understatement.
Remake of Final Fantasy. Cinematic trailer for Ghost of Yotai.
Gonna be a fun
I'm
game.
shocked they didn't-
Gonna be a fun game.
Why even show that much? There was nothing there, really.
Yeah, remind people. Filler.
We're
That's
still
what it felt
here.
like.
Hiragami, which is a platformer where you can basically change your shape via different origami things. Solve
Looks
puzzles,
cool.
yada yada. Looks cool. We got our first look at 007 First Light. Nathan Bourne or Uncharted. I think Nathan Bourne, did I say? That's Jason
Yes.
Bourne and Nathan Drake that I combined.
Yep.
Give me an
Nathan
Uncharted.
Bond is what you need.
Yeah. Give me Uncharted 007. I'm gonna be a happy camper.
Yeah, it looks great.
Mm-hmm.
People are mad that he doesn't look quite like his movie counterparts, but as far as the book goes, it's fairly accurate.
Yeah, I was
the
about to
way
say,
he's
like, none of the probably Pierce Bronson is like the closest they've ever got to the book, him or Timothy Dalton.
And hey, guess what? Woke
Of course.
Me woke.
women, black women, woke.
The woke mind virus always finds a way. PG, come on now.
Oh, there was a game that was announced today that they basically had to cut.
Oh, the black girl in space.
Nope.
Oh, okay.
There's a platforming game where a bunch of African descendants are taking back stolen art from museums from their culture.
Mm.
Yeah.
Can't do that. Rightfully
Yeah.
appropriated.
Yep.
Do they have the Killmonger swoop?
No.
Thank goodness, at least.
Dude, why did every black person need that in hairstyle?
Cause Killmonger, bro. They wanted to be Killmonger. You wanted to be Killmonger.
No, I didn't.
All right, we have.
That was not my
did.
king.
Your brother did. He's the one who doesn't want whites and blacks mixing, so that clearly worked out in his favor.
Killmonger's problem wasn't about race mixing. It was about white people stealing their culture and allowing it.
Well, let me
Nah, it's
interpret
about
what
white
his
people
meaning was
existing.
in my own way.
We have Lumine's Arise, which is a like visual techno puzzle game. We have
I liked it.
arguably, I would say, your favorite announcement of the weekend. Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls.
It's way up there. It's between that and RE high key.
I don't know, man. Miss Marvel day one.
Yeah,
Miss
no.
Mar-
Yeah, no, absolutely that part. I had to get into a fight on Facebook with somebody I know about it. Talking about nobody wants Miss Marvel. Shut the fuck.
Compelling argument there.
It sure was.
Masterful gambit, sir.
It does look stupid good.
Yes.
A lot of people are saying, like, and I don't know, just because there's a bunch of different character designers that work in-house at Arc System Works, but a lot of people are saying Horikoshi did designs for the game.
Yeah, people are saying
That was dispelled.
Like, that's what I
feel
thought.
like if it was, it would have been front and center.
Yeah, I would agree.
But I don't like Kamen Rider Iron Man. I don't like that. Give you a more stream.
I mean, they even noted that initially the designs were more Western oriented, and the person that was holding it was just like, I don't like that. Do y'all's version of a Marvel fighter.
And there's going to be multiple costumes and stuff, too. You know that.
Oh,
so.
absolutely. I love the mechanic, not necessarily the 4v4, but the everybody shares a health bar.
Yeah.
So as opposed to having to actually learn 4 characters, you can just learn 1 character and use the rest as assists.
Yep.
Or learn 2 characters and have 3 assists or what have you.
Yeah, I
really love that.
That definitely opens up the expression in the game for sure too. Where you can, if you want, be a multi-main, or you find that broken thing with Doom and then you go from there. Game looks stupid good though. Even if I don't play it, I'll be looking forward to watching people that are actually good at it play the game.
I will be playing this game.
Got a new trailer.
I need to be one of the best Miss Marvels. I just need to be. It just has to be in my blood.
Are you gonna get that new PlayStation fight stick that everyone is happy about?
I have my Razor Kitsune. I'm good. I will be buying no more.
I don't know if there's any sarcasm detected in my voice. People are
no, there was.
People are not happy about it.
I don't know what they're thinking there.
It's because from what I've heard, PlayStation 5s have a penchant for melting USB fight sticks.
Yes.
So they made a wireless one. They didn't fix the issue. They just subverted the issue.
I mean, the issue to fix would be swap out PlayStations more frequently. Because the issue is, it's on stage for so long, it's running for so long, it's running hot for so long, and then you're just leaving these metal pieces to keep heating it and heating it and heating it. If you swapped it out every 90 minutes or so, I feel like the issue would be way less. It would mitigate the issue a bit at least.
That's like another $600, $1,200 you gotta spend there, man. You just need one PlayStation.
You own Evo. You are PlayStation.
That's an expenditure I don't want to do. New trailer for Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater. It's for the most part we've seen enough.
Metal Gear Solid.
I wish they would have just done new voices and new lines. It's so jarring hearing these mid-2000s, I'm gonna ham it up. You take the revolver, Snake. And it's like, I want a voice actor now.
Nah.
I feel like
you don't need voice acting.
Have any of the trailers actually had any voice lines from David Hayter in it?
I didn't hear any. So
there wasn't in this last one.
Yeah, I haven't paid attention close enough to really know.
And I guess Metal Gear Online might be coming back.
Don't.
Of all the things.
Mm-hmm.
But not Resident Evil Outbreak.
Nope.
Hey, you have no reason to complain.
I'm holding out hope. I'm waiting. That it might happen.
No reason to complain.
Copium.
Why not?
You got a good announcement.
Yeah, but everybody gets to enjoy that announcement. I need an announcement for me.
Nah, you don't need announcements.
Hey, how about the Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection? That's kind of for you.
Yeah, that's for me. Yeah. I will enjoy Ultimate Mortal Kombat.
Hey, they announced Legend of Recruit. Never mind. They didn't.
Is it a game where one person summons the monster against the group? No, what game? I don't remember that game. I never played that game. I really never played that game, but it never existed. We had a new side-scroller Ninja Gaiden game, Ninja Gaiden Ragebound. Announcement trailer for Neo 3. I know my buddy Brian actually played the first one and enjoyed it, but, Souls adjacent style game that people do enjoy. We had this is like the first thing that was announced. I don't know why they have this all the way at the bottom. We have Pragmata, that game that should be coming out. Looks interesting enough.
Hey, the most viewed part of that trailer was going to that robot feet.
Of course.
I saw somebody on Twitter just going, "Are people okay?"
No,
No, we are
absolutely
Feet-
not.
Feet people and furries are the most degenerate people they will fight and die for what they believe.
But this is also pedo feet. It's a little child rape butt.
You think
This
they
is
care.
even worse.
You think they care.
Yeah, I've said this before, but you'll have women doing like skimpy cosplay and then cover up their
Yes.
feet, and it's like, well, I want you to see the tata, not the tootsie.
Well,
They
to
are
be
like
fair,
they're
they know
already
they can make prime dollars off the feet
Yes.
separately.
That's it.
You don't.
Yeah, I can't give the tootsies away for free.
No, that's a whole other bag you got to get because they're getting it for certain.
only feet.
You have your
it's
your
all
separate
Footfinder.
market shares. You know, you have the market share for
Footfinder,
Booba.
BG's got a fucking subscription to Footfinder. Like he's on
I
that
wish you
shit.
would. I wish you would.
But these people are already degenerate feet people. You think that they care that they're a pedo foot person? You think that crosses their mind at all?
I don't know if it's here's the problem. It's gonna be feet people. It's
Here's
gonna be
the
pedo
problem.
people, and then it's gonna be pedo feet people. That trailer satisfied 3 groups of disgusting muffs.
Underrepresented. the true minority.
Whoa!
Happy Pride Month.
Whoa!
Yeah, they're gonna give her
child robot feet. Whoa.
They're gonna give her socks, and it's gonna be their 9/11.
Oh. Okay. The Pragmata robot girl Capcom game.
Paco, if you missed 30 seconds of what we're talking about, you might as well just cut off
Lost.
the screen.
Yep.
Yeah, just
And just
come back
go ahead.
another time.
Yep.
And just
You
wait
are.
for the next topic because it's over for you.
Next one, which was one of my favorites of the state of play, just because you had Suda51. Yeah.
Yeah, loves me some Suda 51.
Romeo is dead man completely. Basically, it's like the trailer starting. I'm like, this looks kind of weird. And then they jab the thing, and I'm like, this is feeling No More Heroes-y. Then it showed the gameplay. This is really feeling like No More Heroes. And then, like, the credits came up. Again, I was watching after the fact. I paused. I'm like, Director Suda. Yes! Yes! Let's go!
I was like, this is a okay game. I'm going to check it out. And then I saw Suda, and I went, it is now near the top of my list of things I want to play. I loves me some Suda.
We have Sea of Remnants, kind of like a... Actually, let me play the trailer again just to remind myself. Oh, yeah, it's kind of like puppet thing, but then you can like interact with like magic stuff, reform bridges and what have you. Exploration type game. Had a new trailer for Silent Hill F. Still looks very good. Sword of the Sea, they've already shown that off as well. Those are it's from the creators of Journey. Still looks really good. Arguably the best trailer. People have been waiting for this game for so long. The sequel to Thief in PlayStation VR. People were mad.
It's Half-Life Alex all over again. These people just keep getting cucked. Same thing happened with the Batman game.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Tides of Tomorrow, which is like a pseudo multiplayer game where you can look at where people have gone and like take their path, take a different path, what have you. Seems interesting. It's like post-apocalyptic Waterworld-esque style game. And okay, that is all the announcements that we have there. So to me, the winners of that were the Marvel fighting game and Romeo's Dead Man. But solid. And Bond. I did really enjoy how Bond looked. Overall, good showcase. And Summer Games Fest, and this is where I was like, this is going to be a stinker. What have you. Game Awards, Jeff Keighley. and then it wasn't.
Yeah, last year was good too.
Yeah, let me start from the bottom because I
And now
saw
we
the because the last one, the first thing that they showed was the last announcement. See, Chronicles Medieval. That one I don't quite recall. Let me look at the trailer real quick.
Remcall? I don't quite remcall. Nice fusion of words, Mike.
I'm pretty
You
sure
said
I said
remcall.
Okay.
Nope, there was an M there.
All right, then we have one of the most disturbing looking trailers I have ever seen, and that is Ill.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, those monsters look terrifying. Yeah. It's a game that I will probably play because my whole criteria is give me something to kill the monstrosities that scare the shit out of me. And that game is that. Yeah, just honestly, I think what sold it too, like the game like kind of had me in terms of just the creepiness and just like the big robot machines. Like it's like the monsters. There's also human stuff, but then it's the end baby thing where little zombie baby and just punts it. It's just like okay. Lego Voyagers, where you actually play as bricks. Little co-op adventure game. Looks pretty decent. This was something within in the Atomic Heart franchise that I don't remember seeing, but it's oh, this is Atomic Heart 2, sorry. I thought there was something else that they announced too that was like set in the world, but maybe not. We have Sonic Racing Cross Worlds, which I'm pretty sure BG put out a tweet or something. That basically there aren't any better words for it. This is just Smash Bros. Mario Kart. You had all the Sonic characters, but then they showed off Hatsune no Miku. Then Ichiban from Like a Dragon. Then Joker from Persona 5. And then, which are, you know, Sega characters for the most part. But then they go, hey, guess what? Steve from Minecraft, and we have 10 DLC characters coming out later. Just like, okay, there.
Like, wait, why? First off.
So, and it looks fun. I think there's more than enough room for 2 really good kart racers coming out this year.
Yeah.
Especially with like the Smash Bros. Aspect of this one, that's going to draw in a lot of people too. Bandai Namco reveals. Oh, is this like the anime Hades? Yeah, they have like a. Oh, this is the one that had like really, really cool character designs. Is this Guardians of the Sacred Tree? I'm pretty sure because they have 2 names here. Oh no, it's never mind. It is two names, Toa and the Guardians of the Sacred Tree. It's a long ass title, but it's Hades style roguelike. But just like very cool anime style graphics and art design. The new game from RGG, Stranger Than Heaven, set in the 1940s. Looks like not quite original Yakuza style combat, but definitely not the turn-based style, at least from the looks of it. A lot grittier and what have you. Looks very good. I mean, they tend to put out good stuff, so looking forward to that. Oops. We have a space shooter, Wildgate. New trailer for Death Stranding 2. Also cameo by Jeff Keighley's best friend, Kojima. Have a social deduction game, Killer Inn. Basically more realistic-esque mystery style Among Us.
Yeah, kind of like that Death Note game, but more realistic.
Mm-hmm.
Because no one remembers that game anymore.
I think I missed it a little bit of some of the trailers because I'm actually not remembering some of these. We have Mortal Shell 2, just very gritty, dark action adventure style game. A sequel to the Scott Pilgrim beat 'em up game, Scott Pilgrim EX,
Out of nowhere.
out of nowhere, with collaboration from Brian Lee O'Malley, the original creator of Scott Pilgrim. So, I only played it a little bit, but again, that's just a good stream game for sure. We have a new assassination target in Hitman World, which is Le Chiffre. And it has Mads Mikkelsen reprising his role, but that was just kind of also, they're also the developers of Bond First Light, or is it First Light? First Light, yeah.
Yeah. Crazy because I just watched Casino Royale.
Good movie.
Good movie.
We have Arc Raiders getting a October release date. We have a RTS based in the Game of Thrones world, which honestly, not a bad setting to do a real-time strategy game.
I'm shocked more games don't do the XCOM formula for their properties, because I feel like it'd be very good for quite a few properties.
The last ones I think that I can recall are the Mario Rabbids games.
Yeah, and people loved them.
Mm-hmm. We have new gameplay.
Oh, yeah, those were cult classic games. People love those.
Yep.
Yeah, the first one.
The second one was a little more miss, but we have new gameplay for Onimusha. Looks very good. Randomly,
the Persona one. Forgot about that.
Randomly, we have Wu-Tang Rise of the Deceiver.
It looks good.
I thought it was Def Jam at first.
Yeah, same.
Everybody did. They were so mad.
Def Jam? What the fuck? Dude, I loved Def Jam Vendetta. Like, those games were so much.
Oh yeah, Fight for New York was the
bruh. So good.
We had a new trailer for Dying Light.
Hold on. Okay. Gotta ask. So, BGDA, we get a new Def Jam right now. Everybody, including legacy characters, modern fucking hip hop and R&B.
Don't go there, Ralph.
Who are you
maining? Don't go there, Ralph.
Who are you maining? Come on. No, I want to know.
Machine Gun Kelly, anyone? And
there would definitely be some Machine Gun Kelly mains. Don't even.
BGDA, who are you maining? Come on.
Who's an artist?
They have.
I don't know why you're asking DA.
Play.
He do Busta Rhymes again. Just call it a day.
My man was Sean Paul. That was Capoeira, boy.
Yeah, I forgot.
BG, they have
Elephant Man.
They have the fucking playstyle. Pusha T?
Yeah, I do.
Really?
Yeah, I do Push T. I love Push.
What if they added Gambino?
Right.
Push.
Okay.
Yeah, I said modern. Everybody included. All right. Still Pusha. All right. I'd have to play as M. Just because he'd be the fucking most spam happy fucking fighter in the fucking list. It'd be fucking incredible. But all right, Mike, carry on. I had to hear that one.
Yep. New trailer for Dying Light. Looks like a Dying Light game. Dying Light the Beast. They had Shadow dropped some new DLC for Lies of P.
Overture.
Or sorry, it's a different game. Sorry.
It looks good. I wasn't even
expansion.
into Lies of P. I love the way that game looks.
Mm-hmm. And then I forget how this was framed, because I know they did announcement that there's a Steam summer sale or Steam sale happening for a bunch of Resident Evil stuff. I forget what they announced, or they had a vignette or something for Capcom where they were like, and please be patient with us about anything new. Resident Evil news. We'll have some news for you right around the corner. What most people were thinking was maybe in a couple months. What it meant was 20 minutes. What the last thing that they announced was
this was heavily rumored by some credible leakers.
Mm-hmm.
And once that part of the conference came out, people were coming for their necks. Like, oh my God, y'all lied. You got played. Liars, fake, ban them. And then 20 minutes later. Because their whole thing was, it's getting announced at the Xbox conference. Not the Xbox, but Summer Games Fest. It's getting announced today. And people were like, oh, nope, fake.
And last trailer, Resident Evil 9, which starts off...
Resident Evil Requiem.
Yes, Requiem, sorry. With the Q turning into a 9.
Such a fucking good play. I love seeing that.
And
it reminds me a lot of the Biohazard 7 Resident Evil.
Yes.
I love that. And they tried to replicate it with Village. It felt so forced.
Agreed.
But it's kind of like crazy that it took 9 games and, you know, however many other side games for us to go back. And I feel like it never even like dawned on anyone. It's just like, oh, we can go back to Raccoon City. Like, what has...
What they said was it's a crater.
Which a good chunk of it is.
Yeah, so like in your mind, you're like, why would you go back to that city, which you assume has been decimated, and there's literally nothing standing?
One important building is all that needs to be standing, and it is.
Half of it, at least.
I like how they even like went to like the bus that you go through before in the original, and then on the way, I think it's to the orphanage in the remakes. Why would you show the ruins of Raccoon City without implying you're going to go back to Raccoon City?
Yep.
Yeah, that would be the goofiest thing in the world.
The lady, it's revealed who the lady is. And honestly, like, after like looking into it and like reading about some stuff, like, they've been throwing in little tidbits of like all these other games. So the girl who's the main character of this game is the daughter of one of the main characters of Resident Evil Outbreak, of all people. Who they have since, like, after looking into it, it's like, oh, canonically, she lived because she's the reporter who reported on the Baker incident in Resident Evil Biohazard, which I was like, they pulled that? I didn't even realize that until now.
But she's dead now.
But she is dead now, and her daughter is going back to basically the spot of her murder, and some stuff is happening. Like, crazy pulls, honestly. Like, and that's why I'm like, hey, so we have a February 2, that's really soon, all things considered, February of next year. That's a bunch of months where, you know, holiday season, be like, hey, Outbreak remakes. Shadow drop them. That's what I'm hoping for. Those games will hit now.
Yeah,
in the
absolutely.
era of modern multiplayer. They will do so good now. When they came out, which was the PS2 era, no one had online. I think the only person, like, I think my stepbrother had the, like, online adapter to play SOCOM on the PS2. Mm-hmm. That was, like, the only game on the PS2 that was okay at online. Like, like, Xbox Live was a later Xbox thing. That wasn't there at the start. So in an era of good connections, those games would hit. So I'm hoping, in order for people to,
especially like, getting bit, potentially turning, there'd be a lot of good stuff.
And you could, like, in those games, because I don't think, like, you only know your infection level. So someone could be a fucking troll. Be like, I'm fine. I'm okay. I'm fine.
Yeah. I got bit, but I healed. No problem.
Yep. So, and just to get people acquainted with Ashcroft's mom, have a bit more of a connection with the character before the game comes out. I'm hoping. That's what I'm hoping for.
It depends on when they're dropping Requiem.
Mm-hmm.
If it's 2027.
They said February.
Oh yeah. I forgot about that. Yeah. No, you're cooked.
Holiday Shadow Drop. It's gonna happen.
You're cooked. I could see them trying to do the thing they did with which was it? Resident Evil 3 remake, where they tried to put an online add-on to the game, and it ends up being Outbreak.
I can see that. All right. The article that I had for the Xbox thing was dumb. Quit being blog format. Just be a list.
No. How about this, Mike? I need to hit them words because my editor dictates that has to be 30,000 words.
That sounds like something from personal experience.
Please turn this in 3 days. You got it, Chief.
But
$18? Cool.
But yeah, overall trailer was very good.
Yeah.
If we're going back to RPD in any way, shape, or form, you're probably going to see one of Leon, Jill, Claire, or honestly Sherry. Meme said the little girl, and I'm just like, you know what? Sherry is an agent at this point. So you could see Sherry.
If it's a Leon one, I hope they sunset that man.
No, he deserves to be in everything. What are you
turning
talking about?
50. Let's get him out of here. It's okay.
And then
I think Claire's the youngest of the old ones. I think she's like 47.
We now have the Xbox Showcase, which just happened today at 1. Going through a bunch of different stuff. We have the new hardware, the Rogue Xbox Ally, which there's a bunch of different PC handhelds out there. I need to see price points and then honestly the specs. Just because I know
there's no need to pre-order something like this.
Mm-hmm. Like I know I think just the normal Rogue Allies. Basically, there's like 2 versions that you can get of the Rogue Ally. One that has SteamOS installed on it, and one that has Windows installed on it. And the SteamOS one runs infinitely better than the Windows one, which is what this is coming with, is a Windows operating system. Is because Windows bogs it down so much that it actually makes games performance worse. So that's why that's a wait and see thing. And then Steam just comes with SteamOS. It's just Linux, but
they're trying to put it on more things actually.
Mm-hmm. But so see how that goes. But of course, the one little crumb of Silk Song was there in that little announcement. We had the final reveal of Persona 4 Revival, the remake of Persona 4. I'm kind of they didn't do it for 3, but I'm kind of hoping they just throw the golden content in there, please.
I can see it for this because the golden content isn't as game changing as the other content. Because the portable content, you have to do a lot for a female pro tag.
That's true.
And even going into the answer is quite divisive in terms of the fan base. Golden is nothing but a positive. Though people don't like Marie, and they're wrong.
And they're wrong.
Yeah, I can't even see how you would DLC the content of Golden unless you play specifically as Marie.
Mm-hmm.
But that was purely here. Shut up, in Yuri Lorenthal. Here's him running. Okay, we're working on it. It was purely we gotta have something to show.
Yeah, I mean, gonna get that day one here.
I mean, when you talk about a teaser,
Mhm.
that's what Mubs mean. It was nothing.
I am tentative on playing it though.
Why?
The voice acting it's gonna be weird. It's gonna be so weird that I'm like, I don't think I can actually do this.
I have Game Pass, so I'm gonna get it quote unquote free, so I don't care.
I got a good PC. I can get it for quote unquote free pieces.
It depends. Some of those things can't be acquired.
But
I think Reload still can't be acquired.
But one of my like biggest things with original P4 was from going from P5 to P4, and the shift in combat was a hurdle. The fact that we're going to get P4 with the P5 combat, hell yeah.
They put out a release today, just like we are starting our full force into the next Persona game. So we'll see there. If this comes out early or mid next year, well, P6 is probably going to be like 2028, 2029.
I've never played Golden, just the OG PS2 for. Technically, I never actually beat the Golden content. I got to the Golden content.
You're also stink.
I know. And something distracted me, and I just like never went back. But at this point, especially if the Golden content's going to be in Revival, I will do it there.
A P5 remake would be hilarious.
Why? A lot of these are out of order from the actual thing, but we have. This was honestly a shocker. So we have like fantasy action RPG style game. I'm like, okay, this looks okay. This looks okay. And then the developer title dropped, and I was like, what? Game Freak? This isn't Pokemon. What is this? It has a stable frame rate. What is this? Beast of Reincarnation looks very good. I'm excited. I'm excited to see what they can do outside the confines of Nintendo and the Pokemon Company. We have that. We had a new trailer for Outer Worlds 2. Still looks very good.
$80.
Is it?
Yep.
It
began. And for Outer Worlds 2? So you know Gears is gonna be 80. You know COD is heading to 80.
One of the only saving grace though is Game Pass. That's the one thing that Xbox has, is basically every single one of these games is like day one on Game Pass, day one on Game Pass, day one on Game Pass. So that's the big saving grace. That is another thing we got
until late next year.
We have the remake of Gears of War 1. Which, honestly, I think the thing that got the biggest pop for me, because I'd even forgot about it until I was just reminded of when Ralph and I tried to stream it here after a MatsuriCon, where we're like, there's no split screen co-op?
Yep.
And it's like, split screen co-op. And just like, yes! Yes, okay. We're back, baby.
Welcome to the GoldenEye era.
Yeah.
Welcome back. Yeah, for real.
But once that game, we're gonna have to fucking restart. But once that comes out, Ralph, we gotta play it. There's no.
Yeah,
question.
that's the one we play. We can just give up where we are right now.
Yeah. For sure, for sure. So.
Hopefully, a weird headset right this time.
Yeah. We can always hope.
We're a couple years removed from that. Fuck off.
And what's changed?
Everything. Everything's changed.
We had new gameplay or a new game announcement for Clockwork Revolution that looks very good. BioShock-esque style first-person shooter. Looks very good. Time junk looks very good. High on Life 2. I never played the first one. I think the whole stuff with Justin Roiland, I think, like, kind of just made me averse to trying the game.
I enjoyed it.
We have Ninja Gaiden 4. That's another game series I've never gotten to. That'd probably be a good one to play on stream.
TXKO is gonna do what they do. They're gonna hope that being the Riot machine allows them to compete with these other games.
I mean, they had their like open beta recently-ish.
Yeah, but Marvel announced 8 characters and they're a year out, and they're launching with 7 characters, and it was announced like 4 years ago.
That's true. That's fair. And Ninja Gaiden 4, Gears of War Reloaded. This one was actually kind of a surprise, but I think is a good natural progression for the series, and I love how they opened the trailer. Super Meat Boy 3D. I love how they opened with the warp pipe coming up, and then just him falling from the sky.
Yeah, get cucks.
But yeah, just in terms of like obvious, like Super Meat Boy, the 2D games have been widely successful and are very popular games. Naturally going to 3D, which is like a lot of it is still in like kind of like a 2D plane at times, but then they just like expand where you can go. It looks really good. We have a sequel for Grounded 2. We never actually got to the first one. I know that was like something that we had talked about playing.
And we won't get to the second one. Have a good one, everyone.
Maybe. We have Aphelion, which this was the one game that I was just like, I thought I kept seeing. It was like, black female lead. It's like, woke! Just all throughout the chat. I just enjoyed that it was a game made in cooperation with the European Space Agency.
Yeah, that was interesting.
Yeah, I feel like that's pretty cool. Survival action game, action adventure with seemingly maybe some horror elements or something. But definitely looks interesting. What was what? Double Fine. What's the games that they're known for? I'm forgetting.
Psychonauts.
They have a game called Keeper where you play as a animated lighthouse. Looks really good. Trailer started, I'm like, so drugs may have been involved with this, but then just like showing all the different gameplay aspects, I'm like, okay. I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued now. Another game that I got very intrigued by. There are no ghosts at the Grand. The fact that it's like you're like shooting walls, you're like repairing stuff, but then, oh wait, you're actually deceiving everybody. Oh wait, there's some trippy bullshit happening. Oh wait, just kept on going and going. Spooky, cozy musical mystery. That is what they are labeling it as. Definitely one to check out. DLC for Indiana Jones.
Sure.
Chronos: The New Dawn, which is
kind
of like survival horror thing. We have a Invincible fighting game, Invincible versus.
It should not have been a tag fighter.
You're thinking just 1v1?
It makes it easier probably to develop.
But it simply does not have the roster.
It does
for
not.
that.
Mm-hmm.
It really don't.
Even something like Hunter x Hunter, I'm like, as far as 3v3 tag fighter, this does not have the roster.
Mm-hmm.
It should have been a 1v1. It should have launched with like 10 characters, and it should have been $40.
Kind of looked a bit.
We didn't really talk about the characters, except I like Cap's jacket. Storm is a good choice. It's showing that they are gonna be pulling from the X-Men side of things, the mutants. I expect a Fantastic Four representative too. The only thing I wonder about is how often they're gonna drop DLC characters, because this really feels like a game that they can keep going for the next 10 years if they drop a character every 2 to 3 months.
But then that's always there might also be like the Disney incentive of, hey, we got this TV show coming out, so put in Iron Fist. and then they're forced to do that.
But here's the thing. I think people would be excited to play Iron Fist, even though they recognize that it's...
I'm being advertised too.
Even though they recognize the corporate tie-in of the Bush. I think they still go, because there are people that like Iron Fist. There's people that play Iron Fist in Marvel 3. There are those people.
There's a whole 3 people that love the Netflix show.
Yeah.
I hope that the characters are unique and diverse enough feeling.
Woke?
No, not that way. Don't cancel me.
They better all have shoes on, goddammit!
I assume Daredevil's gonna be in it. I assume quite a few of the people they have coming out for movies and TV shows are gonna be
OG Avengers are all locks.
Yeah.
Except for maybe Black Widow.
I can even see a Black Widow.
I think that they would lean more towards Yolanda.
Maybe. But they might do a whole Ryukian thing where they're basically the same character with just different properties to their moves and that type of thing. They might be the Shotos of this game.
All right. We have... Yep. The only thing...
Who's the character you want the most for it, though? I mean, I already got Miss Marvel, so I'm going Carnage.
Carnage would be good.
I want Carnage with all my heart.
I'd probably want Daredevil.
Yeah, I assume Daredevil's gonna be in it.
Deadpool.
Deadpool's a lock. Deadpool's a lock.
Ralph.
They even got a Deadpool VR game or something. Like, he's a lock.
You already got Tony, so who else?
It's a good question. I
can see them doing Squirrel Girl at this point.
Side note, this is just a fun little story. On Friday in voice chat, Haley's there, and she's like, Ralph, I just want to let you know, I watched Iron Man 1, and I totally get why you like Tony now. And Ralph's just like, what does that mean? what does that mean? It basically just like... It was a very funny little conversation.
She refused to just actually admit to why either.
He's an asshole. Birds of a feather, so they say.
Yeah.
The only thing for the Invincible game, though, is it looked pretty slow.
Yeah.
In terms of modern fighters.
I wonder if it even looks slow, or we've gotten so many fighters coming out and announced recently that look fast, so it looks slow. Like if it was the very first thing announced in this wave of tag fighters, would it feel slow?
All right, we have Fate's End, which looks like a very much a Hollow Knight inspired Metroidvania style game. Even the health bars kind of look similar-ish for the bosses. New game in the Plague Tale series, Resonance. Looked interesting. They're porting Final Fantasy Remake to Xbox as well at this point. It's going to be on everything. Sequel.
Because they're edgy and cool, meme. What do you mean?
World fucking premiere. Ruby could never. Planet of Lana 2. I never played the first one, but looks like is it like Limbo? Kind of like inspired-esque, where it's just like side scroller, kind of exploration adventure game. And the last thing that I have on here, there's 2 things. Animo, which looks like Genshin Pokemon. This is 100% a gacha game.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I thought it was Power World redesign.
Well, that's what I thought the lyrics said Power World. I'm like, this isn't Power World, but they're saying Power World. What's going on?
And this is this is gotcha like a mother. I'm shocked Nintendo hasn't done a gotcha Pokemon thing in terms of their mainstream. Like, hey, this is an ever evolving Pokemon game where we're just gonna keep dropping.
They don't need that stank on them. They're already
And
a
I would
predatory
argue-
company.
I would argue that TCG Pocket is that already. They're just cards.
That's not that's not a mainline Pokemon game though. I'm talking like what Scarlet and Violet is, but it's a gotcha.
I don't think they'll ever do that for their main line. It's only going to be side games, and that side game is Pokemon TCG Pocket. They're already raking in millions. They don't got to fully tilt into it. And then their capstone announcement, the cream of the crop announcement that Xbox decided to showcase is Call of Duty Black Ops 7.
Yeah.
I was just like, this is what a fart in the wind for a pretty good conference that they had. what a
Yay. This is what we care about.
Shit ass end indeed. But overall,
Really good.
all three presentations were really good.
No,
It's a really
it
good
was a good weekend.
Yeah. There's quite a few games. Like, I feel like a lot of people. This is just, me. This is me. Actually, why am I trying to quantify? This is me judging other people. People want the whole press conference to be everything that they want.
Yes, all the time.
And
they'll get 3 games that they don't care about, and they'll go, "This is a terrible press conference."
And you're never gonna get that.
No.
To me, if you get 2 to 3 things that you are very excited about, that is a good conference.
The Sony press conference, which was called like the Conference of Dreams, had 3 big drops. It was like Shenmue 3, the Final Fantasy 7 remake, and like one other thing. People don't really remember the rest of that stuff, but it's still seen as one of the greatest conferences of all time because of those 3 games announced.
Mm-hmm.
The comments are bad. The Steam forums are bad. It's not worth it.
If you, dude, the chats for all this press conference, 80% of it was DEI woke. Every other word. I was just like, guys, come on.
They just can't.
I said it's coming to
a
Xbox.
black person on screen.
Nope.
Or is DEI woke? Like, and how is that the case with a brand new game?
I said Final Fantasy remakes. Oh, 16 is also coming to Xbox. Both more recent Final Fantasy games are coming to Xbox.
Why?
What? Put it on more platforms.
I don't know if the sales are worth it at that point.
Oh,
Because even Final Fantasy 16 itself wasn't great.
It was whatever. I actually it dawned on me today. I think it was like when I saw Final Fantasy 16. I was like, oh wait, Claire Obscure's ending did what Final Fantasy 16's ending did, but better. So much better. Both endings, is all I'll say about it, are sad.
Hey, how about Final Fantasy? Go back to turn-based. Maybe that'll help you out, buddy.
I'm not even talking about the gameplay, because I liked the gameplay of 16. I like the gameplay of Claire Obscure. I like the gameplay of both. The stories, however, that's where they differ. And they both went with tragic stories. But one of them did so much better. Give me turn-based or death.
Absolutely.
Hey, with Persona, we're going to be eating good. We're getting some good turn-based coming down. Need to continue.
We need more good turn-based.
We are getting more. That's what I'm saying.
No, we need even more. Give
And
me
just-
a Capcom turn-based game.
No.
I love a Capcom turn-based.
Never happening.
It happened with Project Zone on the DS or whatever. It was a turn-based Capcom game.
Did you buy it?
I played it.
Don't you think that's the problem?
There was a sequel too.
That you also played.
Oh, did I miss something? What was Breath of Fire? Let me see.
No, I mean a big like crossover.
Oh, it's a Capcom turn-based game. Gotcha. But yeah, overall, I would say 3 very good press conferences. It wasn't like the best thing in the world. There's been conferences that have been way better, but these were still very, very, very good press conferences.
Yeah, give me the Resident Evil. Oh yeah, the Street Fighter 6 character pack 3 got announced. Viper's all I care about in that.
Oh yeah. That was a very good little thing with Kenny Omega.
Yeah, Kenny and Omega.
I saw a very funny TikTok thing of one of the streamers I follow, Ray Narvaez. Someone made a very good edit, or he's just like, "Oh, it's just or no, it's for the Marvel game." He's like, "Oh man, Maximilian dude must be screaming. I can hear him all the way from here in Texas." And then they like did like a zoom out of where Ray lives in Austin, Texas, going over all the way to LA, zooming in, and Maximilian dude.
He's staring at whatever Gears footage came out.
Fair.
That cuck.
Tony Stark feet porn. That's what he's looking at right now. Just to tie everything together, you know.
No.
Oh yeah, they had the Tony Hawk game today. That was interesting.
With
Pre-order, you get a demo now, I think.
With
And you
Ninja
get
Turtles
Doomslayer.
guest characters and the Doomslayer.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's that was like some of the cool parts of I think it was like 2, 3, 4. Was it 3 that had Darth Maul?
Yeah, they used to do fun things
Mm-hmm.
in video games,
Licensing problem.
and they didn't cost $50 to unlock them.
Soul Calibur, you get Link or
Spawn or Heihachi.
Oh yeah, that's
And then when they did the re-release, they had to do it where Link wasn't on the other 2 platforms, but the other 2 characters were.
Mm-hmm.
Nintendo.
The I forgot that's one of the games that's in the GameCube thingy. So whenever either you guys get a Switch 2 or you all come over, we can do some Soul Calibur.
I
played
was
that.
truly thinking about getting a Switch 2, and then I went, why?
Truly.
At the
At
moment,
least right now.
Yeah.
I'm very interested in that Donkey Kong game.
Yeah.
It's like,
I was like, I could buy it right now because it was available at a Walmart nearby us. I could buy it right now and then go, brothers, when you get a chance, spend your little $80, $90 to put in on this thing.
mm-hmm.
But I went, no. It's going to be for Mario Kart, and that's it for right now. And that's just not worth it.
That is extremely valid. I even recognize, while console launches tend to be sparse, this is pretty sparse. They're counting on re-releases, Mario Kart, and the up-resing stuff at the moment. Which is like, you know, Donkey Kong comes out in a month, so it's not terribly far. But
I feel like next summer, you're going to see enough to go, I want to switch to.
mm-hmm.
I truly feel like they'll announce Smash next year.
Oh yeah.
It may not release in 2027, but 2028, yes.
With the way you were holding that, dude, I was
just showing
like,
all your IP and all your credit information. Oh, man. Oh my goodness.
Would that have been better, or if he dropped it in a Smash?
that is what I was about to say. I'm like, the way he's holding that, he is about to drop that shit.
Dude feels over like 2 loves. Oh.
Never the Twitch out me.
I've never been more betrayed.
Yeah, I'm in a cup chair essentially.
At least I'm just happy mine didn't have a staple in it.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that was. Come on. Now.
How could you not think?
Which,
you got yours from Walmart. Didn't
That's
you,
your
Mike?
answer
Yeah, I
right
did.
there. How could you
Mhm.
not think?
yes, I did.
Did you get the chips and pop?
So I don't think I ordered mine quick enough. I think it had to be. So when you had your pre-order, there was like a little icon on their website. If it was a grocery bag, that was overnight the day of the release. And those ones got the Pringles and the pop. If yours had a shipping box, then you got them Friday, which is when I got mine. And that was just a normal shipping. Just staple. You would think. And the funny thing is,
so many options.
I'm pretty sure, which like there was an iota of thought too that went behind it, because I'm pretty sure, if I recall correctly, if you're looking at the box head on with the logo, you open it up, the switch is on the bottom side. So people are like, "Oh, we're gonna staple it to the back of the box." And that little bit of thought ruined so many switches.
Why staple it on the box to begin with?
Let's not go there. Let's go for the one step of thought where they're like, "Hey, we're being smart." They canceled my pre-order.
Yeah, Walmart canceled a lot of people's Switch pre-orders.
Target.
And they had just re-added them to their cart for some reason.
Yeah. Target, I know, was also, they did a lot of that as well. Which you shouldn't have been ordering from Target anyways, but...
oh, dude, they tried to... Guys, Pride Month? Oh, dude. They got these little... It's like a whole keychain necklace thing, and there's like one little rainbow right here. It's like you need a magnifying glass to see them in envelopes. And like, Pride? A few.
That's funny. All right. With that, Mr. Fact Man, we've been going for almost 2 hours.
50 Disney facts.
25.
3.
2.
25. 3, 2, 8, 12.
Look at this. Dude.
You've hosted the...
What the fuck are we doing out here?
Please tell me you posted that in the chats.
I will be sending it to chats.
5.
All right, Jet.
Oh, that doesn't sound good. That sounds really bad, actually.
Disneyland in Virginia almost had a slavery exhibit.
You can just end the fact there.
No.
Oh, no.
Oh.
A quote from Bob Weiss, a senior vice president and the park's creative director. The park will deal with the highs and lows of slavery. We want you to feel what it was like to be a slave and what it was like to escape the Underground Railroad. The gift shop would also include little souvenir slave ships. This was obviously not put into practice. I wonder why, though.
The thought alone should have been like it got to essentially the design phase of the slavery part of this park.
I can understand where he was coming from in terms of this is a part of our history and the people need to know.
And they need to know what it felt like and maybe they can empathize. But that's not the vibe that's gonna come out of that.
As far as it should have went. That should have been like, that is a good...
Oh,
we are moving.
There we go.
Slavery should not be your essentially press release.
It's all well and good, but maybe you want to be a pirate, not a slave.
It's not the put into current gen terms. It's not the aura you want to be farming, bro.
Yeah,
that is not the aura you want to be farming.
I put the things with that.
Yeah, you guys were blowing out the mic there for a little bit.
Oh, we must have been way too loud.
All right. Oh, okay. Wow. Wow.
It's like, why even? Just the little tassels on your hoodie is what's the rainbow?
The little sandals.
The little sandals.
But to be the most fair,
Mhm.
if you are in a very conservative location and you want to show that you support it, you can wear this without being instantly beaten to death in the streets.
Without instantly being
I
beat
don't
to death.
think that was their mindset,
No, I don't either.
but it can be taken as that. And I wish to think positively about Target.
The colorless hoodies with the word "out loud and proud" written tiny on the
You
string.
can read that.
Wait, there were words?
Yeah. So that little rainbow stuff, they're words out loud and proud.
Huh.
Totally legible.
Huh.
Hey guys.
Out loud and proud. Guys, I'm out loud
Yeah, it's like-
and proud.
It's like the amount of fruit taste you get in LaCroix.
LaCroix.
That's how loud and proud that is.
Mm-hmm. All right. So with that, we'll call this podcast a close. Streams for next week. Like I said, probably Tuesday, one more stream of Mario Kart. And then probably Wednesday, I'm thinking of starting BioShock Infinite. I think finally it is time. Then Friday, I'm going to... My phone's not here. I'll go grab that in a second. I'm going to be a good person and post a message right after this, trying to plan something. I know Kelly's been wanting to hop back into Baldur's Gate, especially after all the new class or subclass updates. We still have Chained Together that we need to get back to. And well, Ralph, you don't want to get back to where we left off, right where you walked off.
I don't think my heart can take it.
It wasn't good.
I don't think my heart can take it.
It shall take it.
What?
Or Pummel Party or Mario Party or just something along those lines. We'll figure something out. And we have, I think, at least one more stream of Split Fiction as well. I think we're close-ish to the end.
Fun. As long as we finish that before the spoke Kasame Date, we should be good.
Yep. And there is, I think, what is next week? Yeah, we'll be in town. So there should be a podcast next week as well. So with that, thank you everybody that tuned into this episode of the Podcast of Stuff. We should see you next week.
Later.
Bye-bye.